Hey everyone, today's the day I show you my completed pistol build from what started out as my Spikes Tactical Gadsden lower, the Don't Tread on Me lower that I showed you in a previous video. So here we have the finished product, so to speak. As you can see, I went with an OD green theme on this one, which I really liked. I thought that kind of popped out a little bit more. You don't see the OD green quite as much these days. You see a lot of the flat dark earth, coyote tan stuff. And to be honest with you, where I live, we actually have a lot more green year round, even in the wintertime, than we do like, tan or that desert color tan, which I don't live in a desert, so that's great if you do, and that works great for that. But I just wanted to go with the OD green on this one. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of the pistol build. Just to recap, the lower is a Spikes Tactical forged lower with an integrated built-in trigger guard as the Gadsden design, so it's got the Don't Tread on Me symbol on the side. For the safety selector, it has no pew, pew, and pew, pew, pew. And of course, the pew, pew, pew is not active because this is just a semi-auto. Let me pull that back so I can engage the safety, and yes, it is safe. As you can see, there's nothing in there, and I just racked the bolt carry back, so everything is empty. We've got a Magpul Mo K2 Plus grip on it, of course an OD green, and we've got the storage compartment on the inside. This holds two CR123 batteries, which obviously you're going to see it a little bit later what those are going to be used for, spare batteries for my electronics. The internals, again recapping from my previous video, is all BCM internal parts. So it's a lower parts kit, enhanced lower parts kit by BCM, including the entire trigger assembly, which is a nickel Teflon coated trigger assembly. So all internal parts by BCM, including the buffer tube. On the back here we have the SBA4 arm brace, pistol arm brace by SB Tactical, again an OD green. Inside the buffer tube, because this is a shorter rifle system, pistol system, excuse me, this is a shorter system, I do have a heavier buffer in there than just a regular carbine buffer. So I've got an H3 buffer in there, probably because this is likely going to be run suppressed at some point. So for the upper, we've got a completed BCM Mark II upper with the MCMR rail and a BFH barrel. And for those that don't know the nomenclature for BCM, the MCMR rail just means it's a M-lock rail on there. It's an 11.5-inch barrel. BFH means it's the Code Hammer Forged barrel. So good high quality upper receiver. It came with the BCM boat carrier as well, so I got a really good deal on this one. This was on sale during the summertime, and I couldn't pass it up on that one. I thought it'd be great for a nice build for an 11.5-inch build. For the charging handle, we've got the Radian Raptor charging handle in OD green. I've got the Magpul MBus 3 flip up backup sights, again an OD green on front, and of course one on the back and one on front, both just flip up. The optic is an EOTech XPS2 in OD green, so it's just got the standard, it's a standard EOTech holographic sight that's got the donut of death reticle in it, with the circle and the dot in the middle. This one also has, the way I have it positioned, I have just enough room to place a magnifier if I need to, so that is an option available. Moving towards the front, the Magpul, I have Magpul furniture on here. The BCM rail did come with this QD mount right here that you could place kind of wherever you wanted. It's just an M-lock QD mount, so I put it right here. I kind of prefer my QD points up closer to the upper receiver rather than having them all the way out here. I like the Daniel defense that kind of has them built in at this spot right here. I kind of wish BCM would do that. Just put one here, and then if you wanted to move it somewhere else, you could, you know, with one of these. But this is kind of the area I like to put mine in. So jumping back to Magpul, of course, this is the M-LOK hand stop that they have, along with the rail covers and the ladder rail on top. Okay, moving on. Up here on the front for the light, you can see I'm running a Surefire Mini Scout light, and this just has the integrated M-LOK mount right here, so it tucks in nice and tight up away. I really like lights kind of on the 6 o'clock position just because of convenience, and it keeps things out the way. But because of the location of the gas block down here, I wasn't able to mount, sorry for the cut, some noises outside. The rail did come with a small Picatinny mount that you could kind of put something down here if you wanted to, but because of the location of that gas block, you really couldn't get it up in there with that M-LOK, with that screw, the mount down here. So that was out of the question. So I kind of went with the Scout light option instead of the pistol light that I have on my other rifle. And I don't really like them on the outside. I don't like running the pads at all, so I would prefer to have it on the inside. I feel like this is less chance of it snagging on something, although it's in there pretty tight. Even if it was on the outside, it would be a pretty tight fit. But I just like it here where it's a nice deliberate push when I want to go to it, and there's no accidental discharge that's going to happen here. So this makes a great spot for it when I need to use it. So that's why I have that there on the inside rather than on the outside. And interestingly enough, I watched a video not too long ago where they were talking about actual like special forces operators, where they use, how they use their light, where they mount them, and all the ones that they interviewed, interestingly enough, they all did not like using the pressure pads, and all of them mounted their lights here rather than on the outside, which is where you're going to see like 99% of YouTubers or gun tubers mount their lights. They're always on this side for some reason. I just like it here, so that's what I'm doing. No particular reason other than that's how I like it. Alright, that's about it. The muzzle device, of course, is just a basic A2 flash hider. That's probably going to get replaced pretty soon, if I would guess. If I decide I'm going to go ahead and do the suppressor thing, obviously this is going to have to be replaced with some sort of suppressor mount. And yes, I'm fully aware of the irony of having to pay the government and the ATF an extortion fee to put on what essentially is a muffler while running the Don't Tread on Me on my lower receiver. Fully aware of that irony. However, if I want it suppressed, you know, there's not much choice. Unfortunately, that's the world we have to live in at this point. But anyway, so there you go. That's just the initial video of the build. I haven't taken it to the range yet, so I need to take it out probably tomorrow. I'll try to take it out, get it zeroed in, and see how she shoots. But for now, this is the completed build, so I just wanted to show you that. Let me know what you think of it. I think I did pretty good. You know, you've heard of 80% lowers. This is kind of an 80% BCM because all the internals are BCM parts. Really, aside from the furniture, you just got the lower receiver here is Spikes Tactical. Everything else is, again, pretty much just a BCM build. So I know it's going to be a good quality build. I know it's going to be a good quality pistol. So I'm very, very happy with it. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay safe.